So Paramahansa Yogananda, one of my first teachers, loved that book. Skipped college for like 3 days straight just to read autobiography of a yogi. Classes, are you serious? No, we're doing this. Yogananda once, after giving a lecture on yoga and vegetarianism and so forth, went out to dinner with some people afterwards, kind of a private little dinner, and promptly sat and ate 4 hamburgers, one burger after the other. Why? Why would that even happen? The man that told the story went on to follow a different Indian master, an avatar named Sai Baba, and who I love as well. I know he's controversial because real masters, especially when you can build $800 million dams and have major political figures that you have to work through, so forth, he's going to be controversial, of course. But anyway, so another one, a good friend of mine, one of my teachers, friends, mentors, used to work with Michio Kushi of the macrobiotic fame, who helped start that in the 60s, the macrobiotic. First start eating right, the first bag of brown rice, non-ethnic brown rice, opened up in Harvard Square by Erewhon Foods. Yes, he's told the story to me a few times. Well, anyway, he was the inside. He got to live in the house, and followed Michio personally as a teacher as well. And he tells stories again of Michio, who would give a big talk about the evils of pure refined sugar and so forth. This was in the 60s, Shirley MacLaine, Gloria Swanson, different people coming and attending. And in front of 300 people, Michio would levitate, literally levitate. People would block that out. The next day, only a handful of people would even remember. A few days later, it was completely forgotten. Well, Keith told me, you know who you are if you watch this, that when he would go out to dinner with Michio afterwards, when they went back to Boston, they go to some Italian place, and Michio would preach and rail against the evils of refined sugar, like we finally do today everywhere. Of course, it's horrible. You must have stevia or honey or blah, 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 or sugar, very bad. Yes, of course. It's like a freaking drug. Well, anyway, they go to some Italian restaurant in the Italian section, Little Italy in Boston, and he'd order a huge coffee and just keep he'd make sure Keith would see it, open the sugar packets and pour 5 or 6 pure sugars into the coffee and drink it in front of him. Why would Yogananda and Michio do things like this? While he would do that, he'd say, you must go further than the teacher. Because that's still inside the land of rules, which are needed. You can't jump that step. If you try to go, they're called crazy masters or formless masters, because at a certain point, the rules are just all made up. It's all energy. It's all energy. One day I had a huge download where God basically said, Source said, look, you can eat bacon, it's not that big a deal. But if you don't do it consciously, it becomes accrued energies in your body. The very next day I went to a seminar by a famous guy, he's famous in today's scene. First things out of his mouth, this is how the universe will mess with you, have fun with you, was, you can eat bacon if you want. Boom! I was like, that same day, the universe playing with me. Watch for those synchronicity cities fun. So why would a crazy master, why do they do this? Why would you go down to eat the 4 hamburgers in front? Who knows why? Source works in mysterious ways. Why does Jesus curse the fig tree? You have to be at that level of consciousness to understand it. Could be because that guy needs to not follow him and go find his own master. Could be that's the level the guy's at. Look, you've done lifetimes of sadhana and strict diets and yoga and practices, and whether it's in Buddhist tradition or Taoism or Christianity or whatever, Thomas Kempis, Meister Eckhart, who knows? And the next step is you got to get beyond the rules and the forms. So crazy masters will come at you that way. They should. Now, some people will try to fake it. Some weird little guru thing will start up. There was one here in Arizona that I somehow had to help people get out of or see things about, that they'll say, oh, he's a crazy master. He's fucking all the girls and drinking alcohol. It's because he's a crazy master. No, that's you fooling yourself, wanting to have a crazy master and letting this fallen guy get away with shit. See, you got to watch it. It has to be authentic. Everything can be misused. Every teaching can be misused. No kidding. No shit Sherlock, right? Look at it. Christianity completely debauched into 1,500 separate little sects that think they are the only ways to heaven. Or Islam, divided into Shiites and Sunnis, and on it goes. And Buddhists the same way. Just met some Buddhists at the restaurant in Sedona. Oh, we're not those kind of Buddhists. The separation, divide and conquer occurs everywhere. True masters are unifiers. They also don't make sense sometimes. So crazy masters is a whole different level. But don't try to, you cannot jump ahead and think that you know more than you know. No, I still do my Kriya Yoga, I still do physical yoga, I still do direct prayer. I still do that which I want. It's not about rushing anywhere. It's when it comes authentically, don't worry. The conundrums of the universe, the true avatarisms will dissolve all the rules. But you need the ladder to get in the window, as the old yoga Patanjali system says. In order to get in the window, you need the ladder. You need to go up the rungs. Once you get to the window, imagine a window that goes out into a larger dimension. Then you have to step off the ladder, get rid of all the rules in order to go into the formless. So Crazy Masters is a fact, and you will encounter that on the real path. All right, enough for now.